Hey everybody, and welcome to Post to Post. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate it. It's not a hockey video, but it is an important video for me because it's about the channel. It's about, what's coming for 2022. It's the once a year video that I do where I kind of look back on the previous year that just went by and then plan for things in the future, give you guys a little bit of insight into what I have planned coming out in the near future and long term later in the year, and just kind of connect with you guys, not including hockey. So I would love it if you have just a couple of minutes to stick around for this video. You might learn something new, and you might learn something that's coming, and who knows. So let's actually take a look back on last year first before we get into 2022. What did I want in 2021? What were my goals? Well, one of the main goals, probably the main goal, it's always going to be the main goal, is to upload 365 videos in 365 days. Essentially, a video a day. There are some days where I don't upload anything. There might be a 3 or 4 day span, some random point in the year where I don't upload anything. But there are also days where I upload 2 videos a day, maybe sometimes even 3. So it always evens out in the end at least. And last year we achieved that goal in 2021. We actually did over 400 videos in 2021. So very happy with that. I've never failed that goal. So that's a long-standing tradition of the channel. And this is going to be the 5th year, moving into the 5th year of Post to Post. The official birthday was on January 1st. Yeah, January 1st of 2022. So it's been 5 years, or going into the 5th year? I don't know. But anyway, I've been around what seems like for a decent amount of time here on YouTube. 5 years isn't that long, but it feels a lot longer than that. Now, this specific channel has also been around since 2017, but I think a little bit later. I didn't start this one until maybe April, May, June, around there. So technically, this channel's birthday hasn't come up yet. But in general, we hit the goal last year for videos, 365 videos in 365 days. So achieved. We did not hit the sub goal. Unfortunately, the sub goal was 40,000. I think it was 40,000. Could have been 45, but I'm pretty sure it was 40. And we didn't hit it. We got about just under 36,000. And hey, that is totally fine by me. I don't really care. I used to be obsessed. Guys, I'm going to be totally transparent with you. When I first started on YouTube, I was obsessed about the views. I was obsessed about how many subs I was getting per day, per week, per year. It was almost life-consuming, and I've totally flopped now. I really do not care about my views. I understand that some videos get more views than others, and that's great. And some videos don't at all, and there should be reason to be concerned about a couple of those. But in general, as far as the year, I couldn't even tell you how many views the channel has in total. I just don't care, because the videos that I make now are about having fun. I make the videos that I want to make, and I try and sprinkle some in that you guys want as well. So it's about that balance for me. I don't always want to do videos that maybe I feel like I'm expected to do or something. I want to be happy in making the videos. So we didn't hit the sub goal, and part of that could be to just me maybe prioritizing certain things or whatever. But in general, we didn't hit it, but that's totally okay. But the new goal for 2022, let's transition into this year, is going to be the same thing, 365 videos in 365 days. But the sub goal, I'm going to make it 50,000. I feel like that's a bit lofty, but not impossible. I think we could maybe get there. It's only 14,000 away. So who knows? Maybe 2022 will be a great year for Post to Post, but I don't care. Even if it's not, I'm having fun, and that's the most important thing. But I'm gonna put this out here. I've been saying for the past 5 years, and if you're new, maybe you don't know this, so I'll bring you up to speed. I've never done a video without a hat on. I've done over 1,000 videos on the original channel, over 1,000 technical videos on this channel, and I've never not worn a hat. Okay, I've never did a hair reveal. Now, technically, there is one video out there on the original channel where I did take my hat off. You can see my hair, and I put another hat on top of that. So I guess if you look hard enough, you can see if I actually have hair or not. I promise you I'm not bald, but I'm not going to prove it to you now. However, if we hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of 2022, I will do a hair reveal, and I will not only do a hair reveal, but I'm committing to doing something a little bit silly as well, just to make it fun. I will dye my hair blue, totally blue, the whole thing, if we hit 50,000. So I'm kind of confident that I won't hit 50,000, but just in case, we're going to make it fun if I do hit it. So 50,000, hair reveal, and I'm going to dye all my hair blue. So we'll see if that actually happens or not. But either way, it's about making videos and having fun, right? So that's what I'm all about. So I wanted to bring you up to speed on some content that I have planned for 2022. Now, as far as contests, that's a pretty big thing on the channel. Typically, I try to do 4 a year, one in every quarter of the year. One in the end of winter or halfway through the winter into the spring, and then spring into summer is another one. Summer, another contest, and then fall, winter is the fourth contest. That got a little off track last year as far as specific quarters and whatnot, but it doesn't matter. There's going to be 4 contests in 2022. The first one is coming up. I'm going to announce it on Saturday. Unfortunately, I do not have the available funds to make the prize a really elaborate one or an expensive one. So I apologize for that, but the channel doesn't generate enough money to be able to have some kind of big elaborate prize. There's going to be a couple of prizes, there's going to be at least 2 jerseys given away in the first contest, and then the second one, I do have a sponsor lined up, and it's going to be a really cool prize, actually. I think you guys are really going to like it. It's amazing. But the first one is going to be 2 jerseys, at least as a prize. They're not amazing jerseys, but at least it's something, I guess. But I'm really looking forward to that first contest. Tune in on Saturday, and I will announce the details, I think Saturday or Sunday, this weekend. The next thing, so these aren't in order. I just kind of jotted them down. In October, I'm going to be doing a week vlog or a week-ish vlog. I have booked a cruise. So in the last half of 2021 and so far in the first half of 2022, I've been obviously buying less jerseys, as you guys have noticed. And that is, number 1, to pay down some debt. And number 2, save for a house. And number 3, save for a vacation, because I have not essentially traveled anywhere since COVID began, because Canada just deals with it differently. I can't even go to the neighboring province to visit my family 85% of the time since COVID hit because of provincial restrictions and stuff. So I've not traveled, and I have a severe travel bug, okay? I like to live by the saying, experience over possessions. I know that doesn't make sense because I collect a lot of jerseys and I've got a lot of stuff in the background, but I don't have a house. I like experiencing things. That's why I've been traveling a lot in my life, and probably why I'm not married either, but still, I really like traveling. It's just a part of me that's missing in the last couple of years because of COVID. So I've booked a cruise in October. It's in late October, the last week, and it's going to be fun. And I want to vlog it, and I'm really looking forward to it. So you're going to see those vlogs. There's going to be a vlog every single day, probably in November once I go home and start editing them and stuff. So expect weekly vlogs, or a week worth of vlogs rather, in November of the cruise. It should be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. I want to do a lot of camping this summer. I'm hoping things open up, and I want to get back to camping. I love camping. Used to do a lot of it. Never used to really film it, but I will this year. So some camping vlogs as well. You'll get to see a little bit more of New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and Prince Edward Island here on the east coast of Canada. And maybe I'll even get to Ontario or something like that and have some fun. Next up is going to be something that you're actually going to see pretty soon. And I'm a little nervous to kind of even talk about it or even produce the videos because it really has nothing to do with hockey. So I expect a lot of people just won't tune into those videos. And I think that's okay because I'm not making these videos necessarily for my specific audience. I'm making them because what I'm going to do is something that I've wanted to do for a very long time, which is essentially stealth camping. And there's a couple of people that I follow online that do it, and it's always something that I've wanted to do, at least for the past couple of years. I find it incredibly interesting, and by stealth camping, I just mean maybe going into the woods in a specific section that you're not really supposed to camp in, but isn't technically backwoods, like you're in this city or near a city, and you're just kind of chilling for the night in a tent or some kind of setup or whatever. But what I want to start, I'm not going to do that now because it's wintertime, and I don't have the gear to do it properly. But what I want to do is actually camp in my SUV. So I've got a RAV4, and I want to clear out the back. Well, it's already cleared out. Put down the seats, and I'm in the process of creating like blackout sections for the windows. And I want to sleep in it overnight during the wintertime. So minus 20 Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but cold. And I have some stuff already coming in for it, and I want to film that process of me, doing an overnight. Overnight stealth camping at McDonald's or whatever. And that is nothing to do with the content that I make now, but it really interests me because it's a challenge. I want to see if I can do it, and I want to see what it's like. I want to learn lessons from that and then do it again somewhere else and learn more lessons and just have some fun and then go to different locations and stuff. And it's not going to be high production value. There's not going to be music, or there's not going to be stuff flashing on the screen or nothing like that. It's going to be very raw and calm, likely footage, and just having fun. because it's always something I wanted to do. So I fully expect those videos to basically get no views. I've accepted that, and that's okay. But if you're interested at all in seeing me potentially freeze to death and just have some fun, just goofing around and stuff, and maybe trying some new food from these places as well while I do it, I would love it if you could tune into those videos if that interests you at all. You'll probably learn a little bit about me, personally, a little bit more than these hockey videos and stuff. I don't talk about myself a lot, but maybe I'll tell some stories in those videos and stuff and show you around the city as well, so you get to learn a little bit more about Fredericton and New Brunswick in general. So if you got time, when you see those videos come out, we'd love it if you could check them out, even if you don't like them. And if you don't like them, hey, hit the dislike button. That's totally fine. Leave a comment saying they don't like it. No hard feelings. Just something I've always wanted to do. So I ask for your patience, where maybe one day you're expecting a hockey video and you see that come out and you're like, oh, that kind of sucks. I was expecting a hockey video. Just request your patience maybe for this year, just while I have some fun and experiment with some other content, and just kind of have some fun in my own life and maybe include some of you guys with me. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in for this video, learning a little bit more about what you can see in the upcoming year. And of course, you see the regular things every Friday, jersey concepts, right? Other concepts as well, whether it's helmets or pads or whatever. It's, we're looking at lots of hockey concepts and having fun. Rankings from around a lot of the leagues, whether it's logos or jerseys or whatever, and maybe getting back into some serious hockey talk in the summer, or maybe playoffs, summer, or start of the next season. Right now, number one, there's a lot of people talking hockey on YouTube, and it's almost an oversaturated market at this point. You don't need another person like me talking about the same thing that 75 other people on the platform are also talking and saying the same thing. There are lots of other people who do it much better than I do. And although that's kind of what I started doing on YouTube, and for a long time, years, I had the podcast and everything, there's just so many people talking about it. And I figured I'd stick to kind of what I'm good at. I get less views, I grow slower, but I feel like I'm good at the graphic stuff, the jersey stuff, because I love that stuff. It's not work for me. Like I love it. It just comes natural. I love talking about design and that stuff. I'm not always right. Maybe I'm rarely right, but it doesn't matter. I really enjoy that stuff. So the channel has transitioned a little bit, and I'm sure that upsets people, but I'm still having a lot of fun. And that is really what is most important to me. So you will, of course, see lots of jersey content for this year, and maybe a tick up of actual NHL hockey when the playoffs start in the summer and the new season, when there's actual stuff to talk about and there's not these COVID restrictions and whatever. And that's the other thing too. We talked about this in a recent video. I'm emotionally disconnected from this season just because of all the cancellations and different rosters and whatever. So looking forward to getting back to real hockey, real normal, regular NHL hockey. I hope you guys are too. But regardless, I thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you guys are having a great day, and let me know what you want to see in 2022. Give me some ideas of things to do, places to go potentially, and don't say, hey Neil, fly to Carolina and come see a game with me. I don't have the money to do that. That's not a plausible option for me. But would love to hear your ideas in general. And I'm not made of money, so please keep that in mind. Have a great day. I'll talk to you guys soon. If you're new, please hit the subscribe button. I'll talk to you later. Adios.